Dating a married woman. 10 signs she might be falling for you. Being involved with someone who's already married means stepping into an extramarital relationship. It's a delicate and often complicated situation, especially if you suspect that a married woman might be developing feelings for you. But how can you recognize these feelings? What are the signs that a married woman is attracted to you? Before we dive into these signals, let's be clear. These signs are for observation, not for pursuing someone else's spouse. Now, if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with all our latest videos. Like this video to support the channel, and after watching, subscribe for exclusive tips tailored just for you. Let's get started. When a married woman starts falling for someone, her actions often reveal her emotions before her words do. While she may shower you with attention and affection, her feelings could be accompanied by guilt and anxiety. These conflicting emotions can make it challenging to determine if she's truly interested in you. Fortunately, certain behavioral and psychological patterns can help you identify her growing attraction. Here are 10 reliable signs that a married woman might be falling for you. 1. She prefers private time together. A married woman who is falling for someone other than her spouse often seeks private moments with that person. If she continuously avoids group settings or refuses to invite others when you make plans, it's a strong indication that she values your one-on-one time. She might feel that sharing her time with others dilutes the connection she's building with you. Privacy allows her to express herself more freely without worrying about judgment or interference from others, especially people who might know her husband. This behavior could also stem from her desire to keep your bond a secret. Inviting others may increase the risk of someone from her social circle discovering her feelings. If she reacts negatively to suggestions of involving others or quickly dismisses the idea, it's likely because she doesn't want to risk exposure. Furthermore, private time gives her the opportunity to deepen her emotional connection with you without external distractions. It's her way of making you feel special and exclusive in her life, even if she cannot openly admit her feelings. Pay attention to these patterns, as they're a significant sign of growing affection. 2. She complains about her husband. One of the most common signs that a married woman might be attracted to someone else is her frequent complaints about her husband. She might paint a negative picture of him, highlighting his flaws or expressing dissatisfaction with their relationship. This could be her way of seeking sympathy from you, while subtly signaling her emotional availability. Often, she'll contrast her husband's shortcomings with your qualities. For instance, she might praise your kindness or attentiveness while lamenting her spouse's lack of these traits. This comparison not only boosts your ego, but also subtly communicates her preference for you over her current partner. On a deeper level, these complaints may reveal her longing for an emotional connection that she feels is missing in her marriage. It's important to note that this behavior is more than just casual venting. If she consistently brings up her marital issues, especially in a way that invites your comfort or validation, it's a strong indication that she's developing feelings for you. Her words may be an indirect way of saying she wishes her relationship with her husband resembled what she envisions with you. 3. She becomes silent when you mention other women. A married woman who has feelings for you may struggle to hide her jealousy when you talk about other women. If you casually mention your interest in someone else and notice her becoming quiet, withdrawn, or visibly uncomfortable, it's a clear sign that she's emotionally invested in you. This reaction is often subconscious, revealing more than she might be willing to admit openly. Jealousy in such situations arises from a fear of losing your attention or affection to someone else. Even if she hasn't confessed her feelings, her silence speaks volumes about her internal conflict. She might feel possessive or threatened by the idea of you developing a romantic connection with another woman. This reaction is particularly telling because it's driven by her inability to control the situation or her emotions. Her silence might also stem from sadness or disappointment. Knowing that she cannot openly compete for your attention due to her marital status can lead to feelings of frustration or helplessness. Pay attention to these subtle cues, as they often reveal the depth of her feelings more clearly than words ever could. 4. She frequently says things remind her of you. If a married woman often mentions that certain things or people remind her of you, it's a strong indication that you're on her mind. This behavior is rooted in psychology, as people tend to associate everyday occurrences with those they think about frequently. For instance, she might say a song, a place, or even a random encounter brought you to mind. This is her subconscious way of revealing how much she's been thinking about you. Such remarks are not accidental. They signify that her thoughts often drift to you, even when she's not in your presence. These associations create an emotional connection, making her feel closer to you. If she's married, this behavior is even more significant, as it indicates that her feelings for you are overriding her commitment to her spouse in her mind. Additionally, by sharing these thoughts with you, she's testing your response. She might be gauging whether you feel the same way or subtly hinting at her emotional attachment. Recognizing this behavior can help you understand the depth of her feelings and the impact you've had on her life. 5. She blushes around you. Blushing is a physiological reaction that's difficult to control. If a married woman frequently blushes in your presence, it's a sign that she's experiencing strong emotions, possibly romantic ones. Blushing occurs when we feel nervous, excited, or flattered, all of which are common feelings around someone we're attracted to. You might notice her cheeks turning red when you compliment her, make prolonged eye contact, or say something playful or flirtatious. This involuntary reaction is often accompanied by shy smiles or giggles, further emphasizing her nervous excitement. These moments reveal her inner emotional turmoil, especially if she's trying to hide her feelings from others. Blushing also indicates vulnerability, as it's a visible sign of her emotional state. If you catch her blushing frequently, it's a strong indicator that she's drawn to you. While she might try to downplay her reactions, her body language often reveals the truth. 6. She uses indirect gestures to show you belong to her. When a married woman develops feelings for you, she may use subtle, indirect gestures to communicate her affection. Since she cannot openly express her emotions, she might find alternative ways to signal her interest. These actions might include agreeing with everything you say, making sure you're aware of her whereabouts, or emphasizing how much she values having someone like you in her life. These gestures often stem from a subconscious desire to establish a sense of connection and exclusivity with you. For instance, she might frequently compliment you, subtly imply that you're irreplaceable, or act possessively in social situations. Such behavior suggests that she's emotionally invested and sees you as more than just a friend. These indirect actions also serve as a way for her to protect herself. By avoiding overt displays of affection, she minimizes the risk of being confronted or judged. However, if you pay close attention, these small, consistent gestures reveal her true feelings. Recognizing these signs can help you better understand the dynamic between you and her. 7. She lies to her husband to spend time with you. If a married woman lies to her husband about her whereabouts to be with you, it's a strong indication that she's prioritizing your relationship over her marital commitments. For instance, she might tell her spouse that she's meeting friends or running errands when, in reality, she's spending time with you. This deception highlights the lengths she's willing to go to maintain and nurture her connection with you. Her willingness to lie also suggests that she's aware of the risks involved but is still choosing to pursue her feelings. It's important to note that such behavior may stem from a deep emotional conflict. She's likely torn between her responsibilities as a wife and her growing affection for you. This internal struggle often manifests as secrecy and carefully planned interactions. However, lying to her husband also comes with significant implications. It indicates that her feelings for you are strong enough to challenge her loyalty to her spouse. While this may seem flattering, it's essential to approach the situation with caution and respect for all parties involved. 8. She goes out of her way to make you happy. A married woman who is falling for you might go to great lengths to ensure your happiness, whether it's planning special surprises, offering emotional support, or putting your needs above her own. These actions demonstrate her affection and commitment. For instance, she might remember small details about your preferences, celebrate your achievements, or offer help during challenging times. Her efforts to make you happy often reflect her desire to be an integral part of your life. She wants to create positive memories and strengthen your bond, even if it means stepping outside her comfort zone. These gestures may also be her way of compensating for the limitations imposed by her marital status. By prioritizing your happiness, she's subtly expressing her feelings and showing how much she values your presence in her life. It's important to recognize these efforts and consider the emotional implications. While her actions may seem selfless, they're often driven by a deep emotional connection that she may struggle to articulate openly. 9. She calls or texts you late at night. Late-night communication is a significant indicator that a married woman may have strong feelings for you. If she reaches out during these hours, it often signals that you're on her mind when she feels most vulnerable or reflective. This behavior might stem from her desire to connect with you in moments when distractions are minimal and she can focus on expressing her thoughts and emotions. The timing of these interactions is particularly telling. Late at night, her spouse may be asleep, and she likely feels safer initiating personal or even romantic conversations without the risk of being overheard or interrupted. These messages or calls might include casual check-ins, deep conversations, or subtle hints about her feelings. Sometimes, they might even touch on how much she values your presence in her life. Frequent late-night communication suggests that she's prioritizing her connection with you, even if it means compromising her own sleep or personal boundaries. This behavior underscores her emotional reliance on you and her need to feel close, even from a distance. However, it's essential to approach this situation with caution and awareness, as these interactions often carry deeper emotional undertones. 10. She doesn't stop romantic conversations or advances. When a married woman is not interested in someone romantically, she will typically set clear boundaries to avoid any misunderstandings. However, if she doesn't stop your romantic conversations or even encourages them, it's a strong sign that she's developing feelings for you. This behavior indicates that she enjoys the emotional or physical intimacy these exchanges bring, even if they conflict with her marital commitments. Her willingness to engage in or reciprocate flirtatious remarks reflects her emotional investment in you. It suggests that she's comfortable crossing the boundaries of a platonic relationship, despite the potential consequences. This can manifest as playful teasing, subtle compliments, or even more explicit expressions of affection. If she actively participates in romantic discussions without hesitation, it's likely because she's grappling with unspoken feelings. This behavior also indicates that she's testing the waters to see if you share similar emotions. While these interactions might feel flattering, it's important to consider the complexity and potential implications of such a situation. Understanding the signs that a married woman might be falling for you requires careful observation and emotional intelligence. While these behaviors can provide insights into her feelings, they also highlight the complexities and challenges of such a situation. It's essential to approach these dynamics with empathy, respect, and a clear sense of boundaries to ensure that all parties involved are treated with dignity. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights.